Hey everybody, Jason Huerkamp here with the Huerkamp Home Group and living in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here today to talk to you about a city that's near and dear to my heart, a city that I lived in for almost 10 years, a city that my father has owned businesses in for almost 30 years. The city of Prior Lake, Minnesota. So we're standing right here on Sandpoint Beach, which is on Lower Prior Lake, which is the largest of the two lakes that make up Greater Prior Lake. And in total, there's just shy of about 1,200 acres of lake between Lower and Upper Prior Lake. So, I posed the question to you guys, is Prior Lake actually a really city outside of the Twin Cities? Well, we're going to answer those questions for you today, and we're going to go over everything that you need to know about the city of Prior Lake to see if it's the right place for you. So let's get into all those details and talk about it now, and then you be the judge. So some general information about Prior Lake. The city is located southwest of the Twin Cities, or the greater Minneapolis-St. Paul metroplex, if you will. It's about 30-minute drive to Minneapolis, and it's somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes to get to St. Paul, with the average travel time being somewhere around 25 minutes, give or take. Now, if you have a lot of snow, that's going to probably go up by 15 or 20 minutes. But on a decent summer day on a Wednesday, more than likely it's going to take you only about 30 minutes to get to your work. So neighboring cities to Prior Lake, they will include Shakopee to the north. You're going to have Savage, that's out to the east. Credit River, the city of Credit River, which is just to the south. And west of us, you're actually going to have the city of Jordan, Minnesota. So the population in this growing city, believe it or not, is about 28,000 people. And there's an 85% home ownership rate in the city of Prior Lake. That's absolutely fabulous. That's probably one of the highest that we've seen so far in our tour of cities that we've done. So there's a little under 10,000 households. And believe it or not, the median household income stands at almost $110,000. The average home value right now is sitting at about $485,000 here in Prior Lake. And if you look at those two numbers together, those are some of the highest that we've seen in our tour of cities so far. So there's a lot of home ownership in the city of Prior Lake. So if you're looking to buy or sell, get a hold of us and we'd be happy to answer any questions, even if it's just a general question that you have about residential real estate. So, give us a call, shoot us a message in the description down below, and we're happy to set up a Zoom phone call, an in-person meeting at a coffee shop, what have you, whatever we can do to help. So how do you get around the city of Prior Lake? Well, if I'm being totally honest and frank, you're going to get around the city of Prior Lake more than likely by your own vehicle, maybe a rideshare app, Uber, Lyft, what have you. Ultimately, walkability of this town is not the greatest walkability, but there's gives and takes. When you don't have a ton of walkability, you're also going to have more space, more green area, lots of cornfields, things like that just to the south of Prior Lake. So it's trade-offs. There is the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority, which has a bus line that runs through Prior Lake. You can use that transit line to help you get to hubs where you can then transfer to the light rail, another bus, and get you to various other parts of the Twin Cities. So there's also some super easy access to highways. We have Highway 169, which is to the north. Highway 13 actually runs right through the center of Prior Lake. And then additionally to the east, we have Highway 35W. And all those will give you great access to cross the Minnesota River and get down to Minneapolis, St. Paul, the northern suburbs, if you will. So believe it or not, Prior Lake has 55 parks, about 1,000 acres of parkland, and almost 80 miles of sidewalks and trails. The two largest parks in the area are Spring Lake Regional Park and Cleary Lake Regional Park. They're part of the Three Rivers Park system. So there's plenty of other parks that you can utilize in Prior Lake that will have additional hiking trails, dog park, a myriad of playgrounds, tennis courts, areas just to have a nice picnic on a nice fall day like you're seeing behind me. Well, I'm gonna kind of joke with you because I got a raincoat on actually. So but whatever you're looking to do for outdoor activities, you're going to be able to find them in Prior Lake. So you're looking to utilize the lake and you don't live directly on the lake or have a friend that lives on the lake. Well, your main way to utilize the lake is going to be through Sandpoint Beach, in my opinion. We also have Spring Lake that has a boat launch on it, and that's also a great recreational lake. It's a little less busy, if I'm going to be really transparent, but it seems like everybody wants to be on Prior Lake itself. Along with Spring and Prior, there's 15 other smaller lakes that are in Prior Lake. But Prior Lake's the largest, with right at that 1,300 acres, give or take, and is ranked one of the 10 most popular recreational lakes in all of Minnesota. Spring Lake, like we talked about a little bit earlier, is also another recreational lake. Its size is just shy of 600 acres, so it's also a great body of water. So some of the other lakes that would be included would be Arctic, Blind, Campbell, Haas, Howard, Rice, and many others. Those are all kind of smaller lakes, 10 acres or less. So with all of these lakes, there's plenty of opportunity to own a home on a body of water and enjoy the full recreational capabilities that these great, beautiful lakes actually have. Additionally, there's some fun attractions that we can talk about. Prior Lake has the largest casino in all of Minnesota. That is Mystic Lake Casino. They have an amphitheater there, indoor concerts all the time with some of the largest names in all of the entertainment industry. So you can check out their website and find out more about them and what they do, but it's definitely a very valuable asset. And that is owned by the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux. And so you can go to their website, mysticlakecasino.com, and you'll be able to find out more information about what they have to offer. So in the summer, if you're a golfer, Prior Lake has a couple of very nice and highly ranked golf courses. The first of which is the Meadows at Mystic Lake, which is right at the Mystic Lake Casino. And then the second one is the Wilds Golf Club, which is just actually a couple blocks to the east of Mystic Lake. So definitely check out those golf courses. There's a ton of other golf courses. I'm just naming what people would think would be probably their top two. Prior Lake offers plenty of places for food. One of the most popular places to eat is right here on Prior Lake. It's Charlie's on Prior, because you can boat right up to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and it overlooks the lake, so you can't ask for a more beautiful year-round eating place on the lake than Charlie's. And quite frankly, it's the only dine-in place that you can eat. So from there's all of your fast food restaurants that you could be looking for. There's also Sul Lago, which is a great Italian place that's right in downtown Prior Lake. And it's the perfect spot for a night out to enjoy maybe an anniversary or just a special occasion. So what do the schools look like in Prior Lake? Well, there are two main school districts. The most popular is the Prior Lake Savage Area School District of 719, and that's the one where the majority of the population living in Prior Lake would go to school. Shakopee School District 720 is on the north side of Prior Lake. There's not a ton of Prior Lake residents that actually go to the Shakopee School District, but it does cover some of the city of Prior Lake. Overall, Prior Lake has plenty to offer for people that are visiting or wanting to make this city their permanent residence. If you decide that this is the place for you after watching this video, please do us a favor, get a hold of us in the description box down below, and we'd be happy to help with any of your real estate needs or questions that you might have. And as always, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on that bell and hit that thing for notifications, because we want to get this information out to as many people as we possibly can. So thanks for tuning in again, and we look forward to giving you more information about additional cities in Minneapolis and St. Paul moving forward. So signing off here from living in Minneapolis, Minnesota.